This segment is going to be on cuisine and food.
I was sitting somewhere and I decided to look at the restaurants in the harbor and see what I can get, like takeout wise.
Okay.
So I had a taste for seafood, which I love, and so placed a lobster roll, and I had no idea that it was a place called Lobster Roll. I had no clue it was in the harbor area, and it's
Mm-hmm.
also a black-owned business. I didn't know that,
And I'm wondering
and
if that's the same one. There's one down in DuPont Circle as well.
oh,
And
really?
I'm not sure if they're affiliated or not. Yeah, I'm not sure of the name
Okay.
of it. But
Customer service was excellent, and
okay.
I mean, just good, very, I mean, just professional and everything. And so I let the young lady know this is my first time calling. I mean, first time ordering from them. And I said, "You got any suggestions?" And she was asking, "Well, what do you like?" Because I was looking at the menu and I told her some of the things that I liked. So I ended up getting like one of the signature lobster rolls. It was good. It was good. And because I didn't
But
really
it
have it,
wasn't define
it was
good because
something.
is it
Okay.
good or was it
So,
like great?
okay.
Or
It was
you know what I mean?
good. I know what you mean. I'm gonna tell you what I think it is, kinda, because I was looking for something like you said earlier, like that makes you want to go back
Mm-hmm.
the next
Yeah.
day and the next day. So it didn't do that for me.
I just like good food experiences.
I
Period.
know. Yes,
And
yes,
when
yes. I agree.
I've traveled enough to have some great experiences, and I've always said DC, in my opinion, being like a native is probably one of the worst. You would think it wouldn't be that way, and maybe that's changing to an extent, but over the years, it's been like one of the worst places to me. I would say on the bottom of the list of
Really.
cuisine places. Yeah, and I don't think enough people in this area get out enough to have anything to compare it to, which is why they may put particular places on a pedestal. Be like, oh, you got to go here, you got to go, because I've heard that from time to time, and when I've gone to where the hype has been, I'm being like, what the hell are they talking about? I'm like, this is some
Mhm.
basic standard mess. But and this is all in my opinion, but I don't
Of
want to stray
course.
because we're gonna go down that road too. I mean, in my opinion, the best food when it's made extremely proper is the food that doesn't need any type of assistance
Right.
in
Oh yeah. Okay.
condiments or anything.
Right.
And this is my go-to place. Like I have to stop myself from coming to this place every day because
Right.
this is so damn good.
Right.
And it should also be like, I don't care what it is from a price standpoint, I'm going to pay it because the quality is there. And
Right.
then, and I think that's kind of it where I'm going. What's your best spot in DC that you consider like the
I don't
ultimate
have a.
food experience? You don't have one
I don't have one.
in your travels.
Okay.
What state for you that you've been to? Where you like, oh, this place is definitely like
Okay.
popping.
But let me go back to DC because I have to say I do like busboys and poets,
Wow. Okay.
and I'm gonna tell you. Go ahead. It's the shrimp and grits. They
Okay.
have. They used to have a shrimp cake with the shrimp and grit.
We hang out, and I said, well, let's go to Busboys only because it was convenient. It just made sense. Things I generally like, I will not get in the district because they're not usually made either properly or they taste off to a degree. And I can't explain it,
Mm.
but I've just had,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna give background as to like where this is coming from. Because I
Mm.
do, within my travels, I've had some of the best food experiences everywhere else, and I'll get into that after I mention this. But it was just
Okay.
so funny because this happened 2 weeks ago. So
Oh, good.
yeah, two. So this is a fresh experience. Hey, it's a blackened salmon, and I said, Mick, can you ask the cook to prepare it? Even just make sure it's well done. Okay. Food comes out. Everybody's looking pretty decent. And mine is looking a little odd because I'm like, that doesn't really look blackened at all to me. And then I'm like, it doesn't even look well done. and I go to dig into the salmon, and it's pink as hell. And I said, guys, I'm not crazy. Y'all heard me ask the guy to make sure to give instructions to the chef to make. And they was like, yo, what is that? And so they're visually seeing too, like, damn, that don't even look. Did that just come out the fridge and go right on the plate? And they just
Oh
barely
gosh.
like did whatever. Yeah, so which is appreciated. They're gonna apologize. But I always say, hey man, it's not you, it's the cook. The chef should be apologizing for this mistake here. So they got it right. They brought it back out. Oh, if that was the message wasn't conveyed, even if it even if the chef, not the chef, but the server didn't convey, hey, make sure it's well done, it wasn't even blackened. So I don't even think that's a communication issue. I don't know what that was. But it's things like that, which is why I don't generally order what I like or go to particular places, because I'm always getting, like, in my opinion, like, not the best experience. Cook. They like that, and
Right.
then his other boy even said that. He said, "Damn, did they even cook that?" And I was like, "Okay, thank you." So I'm not crazy.
No.
And now I'm gonna go to where this is coming from. And the best places I've had steak, chicken, poultry has been in Texas and California.
Really?
Absolutely phenomenal and amazing. Years ago in Texas, a friend and I, we driving down the road like something you see out of the movies, acres and acres of land, and we see this big sign that said "World's Best Burger." And then she
Oh
said,
wow.
"Hey, did you see that sign back there we passed?" I said, "Yeah, I noticed it. I was going to say something, but um, didn't think to mention." She's like, "You want to go back and try it out?" Because it said the world's. I said, "Yeah." And just out of curiosity, we it was just one of them quirky things. Like, let's
Right.
see if the hype of what they're claiming is going to be something that's going to be supported by what's advertised. We drive all the way back, drive down this dirt road, and we go to this spot, this quaint, convenient. What was I in Austin? I think I was in Austin. I can't
Okay.
recall because I've been to Austin and San Antonio, and I get them both mixed up. Go to this place, very unassuming, like kind of in the middle of nowhere, like kind of like a dirt road. They had
Wow.
some little residential homes down the road, but they had like the picnic tables out there, a lot of dust, and just part of Texas. And depending on when you go in rural parts of Texas, that's just kind of common. But this place was like, I'm like, and we didn't have any kind of expectations, but we was like, okay, world's greatest burgers. It was like, okay, so now mind you, I had to get on the plane next day to come back home, and
Uh-huh.
we had no expectations, but we was like, okay, let's just see where this is going. We order our food. The end of the story is mind blowing.
Oh
That
wow.
sign did not, and this sign was huge, and they did not lie. It was like something that you would see out of the TV commercials. This quarter pound burger that was phenomenal. And when I pushed,
Wow.
and I was geeking so hard, I was like, "Look at this!" I put my hand on top of the bun and squeezed down, and you can see the juices and stuff squeeze. I was like, "Oh my god, this is like the shit right off the commercials!" And the burger was so good. I I couldn't figure it out. I was trying to figure out, man, I need to order the brisket, and how am I going to take this back home on the plane with me? And there was no way conceivable to do it, but that's the kind of like experience like on the palate where I was just like,
Yeah.
yo, best burger I ever had in my life was in
Wow.
Texas.
Wow.
And yeah, and that's with anything, the chicken, the Italian food, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Texas is like all of that from a food experience for me. And then it's a close run up with California. California and Texas are like neck and neck.
She had points. We were able to go up to New York and stay for the weekend. We sat down, looked at the menu, and because I'm into the shrimp thing in Manhattan, went to a restaurant called Cheyenne, which was like on one of the main strips, and we ordered. And Cheyenne stands for Chinese American,
Okay.
and so call yin and yang shrimp because I'm a shrimp. I
Oh,
love shrimp.
I've never heard that before.
Oh my gosh. It was a dark sauce and a light sauce, a dark sauce and a white sauce.
Okay.
It was so good that I went the next night,
Hmm.
gift the night. Well, okay, I was only there Friday and Saturday. I went every Friday and Saturday, and went back Sunday before I left.